Yeah, nigga, we still fucking with you. Still waters run deep. Still
Ketchup.
D.R.E. Nah, nigga.
Guess who's back?
Ketchup.
D.R.E.
Hey, what's up, ketchup? Ketchup.
D.R.E.
It's just one of those days.
Dre Day, nigga. AK, nigga.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Are you ready?
Get knocked today. All that crap is making you ready.
Para toda la gente.
Check it out, y'all. You don't stop.
You fucked up. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
DJ. Ketchup.
Dre Day, nigga.
So fucking crazy ass back.
The national security of the United States and blowing the cover of ketchup.
D.R.E.
We're trying to take
Super Audio Brothers Super Audio Show.
Ha ha. Yes. We are a little hot. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yes. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yes. Ha. Yes. Ha. Welcome to the show. Yes. How you feeling, DJ Boo?
Hi. No, feel good. I think it always gets stuck in my head
What doesn't it?
throughout the whole show. Hi.
You just think about it. Hi.
It gets stuck in my head.
Outstanding.
Hello.
You hear that part where he says outstanding?
Uh-uh.
It's in the background. In the sample, it's in the background. Okay. Super Audio Brothers, Super Audio Show. Dre Day all day here with DJ Boo.
Boop. And not a DJ.
And we're coming to you here on a Sunday, a fun day. We just did a bike ride to get some bacon.
I didn't get bacon.
You got bacon.
I didn't get bacon.
You got some bacon. he got
Where was it?
I ate it.
Oh, okay.
All right. And then we came back and she took a nap. Was it a good nap?
It was a good nap.
Glorious nap?
I want to keep sleeping.
Why do you sleep so damn much? What do you think
I
it
don't
is?
know. Maybe because it was warm and cuddly and I was sleepy. And then I'm like, I want to do it more. And I woke up and I'm like, some more.
Yeah, it sounds delicious. All right, let's just make this a nap special. We'll just take a nap.
Okay. I would love that.
All right, sounds good to me. All right, we got some special coming to you. We got some stuff I recorded back in. It was the day before Valentine's Day, right?
Yes. Then, yeah, I think so.
It was the day before Valentine's. I gave blood at the Children's Hospital, which
Props.
props for that. But I got sick afterwards. I don't know if it's because I gave blood or if I just was
I think
getting
it's
sick.
in your head.
It's in my head.
Yeah.
I thought it was because I gave blood. I don't know. But you didn't think it was because of that? I heard it might be that.
Yeah, it can cause symptoms.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it's going to get you sick. I don't know. Maybe it was, but you're over it, right?
Yeah, I am more of it. Yeah, that's cool. You got to talk into that mic.
Okay.
There you go. I can hear your voice now.
Okay.
So while I was down there, I was able to. I should get my thoughts better, right? So while I was down there, I was giving blood and it was cool and everything. But Steve Simone, being such a great guy, by the way, Steve Simone's a comedian. He's I'll explain a little bit more what he does on the episode, but he's a comedian. He's been in a couple of movies and TV shows, and he also does his own podcast called Good Times with Steve Simone, which is awesome. If you want to hear some positive reinforcement, some encouragement, some good stories and good vibes type of things, then go ahead and check that out.
Yeah, I heard a piece of his episode. I liked it a lot. I didn't know what to expect, and I was like, oh, I could dig this. It was, like you said, very positive.
And I like that he takes like a lot of childhood memories and stuff, and he just like he relays them in a way where you could relate, even if it wasn't your childhood, you could relate pretty much to it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
He was talking about. I actually heard the episode after he did the podcast with you.
Yeah.
So it was Valentine's Day when he was doing the episode, and I liked it. He was talking about how him and his friend used to play radio when they were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I thought that was fun.
Dude, when I first heard him, it was on Ari's podcast, and he was on with it was him, Steve Renazizi from The League, and Ari. And this guy sounds so positive and so upbeat.
Yeah, whoever his friend was, he was as well. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, you mean Lee on that podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lee Syed. I've been trying to get that guy on this show. Maybe the word get out, he'll come down. But yeah, he's a cool guy too.
Yeah.
He does a lot of podcasts. He does stuff for Joey Diaz and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess that's why they used to play radio when they were young.
They're
They like to
they're
do
deep in the
podcasts.
game. But so then back to the point. So I was Steve being such a great guy. Hit him up on Twitter. I said, "Hey man, was wondering if you do my podcast." He said, "Yeah, no problem." Without even hesitation, I was like,
Man,
"Wow."
that's dope.
He was really cool about it, and then he up to the point where I gave blood, and I was like, "All right, if he's down to do it, I'm down. But if he's busy, I understand because a lot of people were bugging him that day." And he, without yeah, I said I'll do it, and I'll do it. We went to the cafeteria, and he shaved off a half hour of his time. Was when we were able to get into it a little bit of a conversation about feelings.
Is that what he has talked about?
Yeah, I felt a little weird because I was in a rush. I was in front of this guy that I'm trying to impress, kind of. But also, I was trying to get all my equipment together. You know how I am about getting equipment set up. So it was kind of a rush, and I hope the conversation sounds good to you because I kind I have my problems, my qualms with it.
Okay, well, take a listen.
Should we just get into it then?
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna listen to this pre-recording I did with Steve Simone at the Children's Hospital, and we'll get more in detail later, and we'll hear to this first part. All right, here we go. Steve Simone. Let me just give you a few homies. Steve. Every day, all day. We're recording. What's up, y'all? This is Dre Day All Day coming to you live from the Children's Hospital where I just donated blood. Yes, that's right. Dre Day, the commercial, the guy who's always angry, the guy who's always doing bad things, the guy who's always talking shit. Just donated blood for the children. But y'all know Dre does good things for the kids, but it's not about me today. Today we're going to break format, and we're here with the homie Steve Simone. Let me just give you a few things he's done. He's done comedy. He's done movies. By the way, how did you get on WrestleMania and the tapes?
Dude,
I saw that on your ID.
Yeah, I don't even know who put that on my IMDb.
Yeah.
Somebody must. I didn't put it on there, but that was Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy himself,
Yeah.
sweetest guy in the world, man.
Yeah.
Nobody shares more than that. He's the most generous guy. For as funny as he is, he's got all the talent in the world and an even bigger heart.
Yeah.
So he knows I'm a big-time wrestling fan, and he brought me and Jerry Rocha to WrestleMania with him 2 years ago, and he got us back. He didn't even – so that was a thrill.
Yeah.
Like, he paid for our plane tickets. He paid for our hotel. He got us luxury box seats with him. And then when we show up, he goes, all right, I got another surprise. We're like, what?
What's
He
that?
goes, we're going backstage.
What?
So then we were going backstage, and everybody's like, stop. And we're like, what's happening? I thought we were getting in trouble or something.
Yeah.
And a golf cart pulls up, and Vince McMahon's in it.
What? So you
Yeah.
got to meet Vince McMahon face to face.
Yeah, he walked by me. I was,
Was
too
he
scared to
big?
meet
Was
him.
he big Vince or was
Yeah,
he little
he's big.
Vince? He was big Vince.
Yeah,
All right.
and if you look at that picture, there's like a picture that went around social media.
Yeah.
Because I look like a little kid. My jaw dropped when I met him. I went
Yeah.
like that.
And that's how you ended up in the movie?
Yeah.
So you were actually in the actual movie. It wasn't just
Look, I'm not really in it. I'm just in that background for that 1 second. But that's how
hey, it's on your page. I like it. And then you also, like you said, you were on Daddy's.
Daddy Knows Best. Yeah, that was Steve Renazizi from the league.
Yeah.
And my buddies from the Comedy Store, these Jeff Dennis and Ryan O'Neal.
Yeah.
They created.
Oh yeah. Danish and O'Neill.
Yeah, those guys are
Those two guys
dude.
are hilarious.
Dude, I think they're the funniest guys in Hollywood. For writing.
I'm surprised they're not bigger than they are.
They will be.
Okay.
They will be. They just shot.
They're doing a lot of
something.
script writing, right?
Yes.
Okay,
and
okay.
They just did a little mini movie for like a little short for Comedy Central. So Jeff reached out to me. He was like, "What do you think?" I go, "I think you should put me in the next one." That's what I think because they're going to be huge.
So what's your part in the show? I haven't had a chance to see it, but I'm going to.
I played a reporter.
Okay.
And it was funny.
So
I'll do anything.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want to do more acting? Is that something you hope to?
I would love that.
To
Yeah.
achieve? But also he also does comedy. He also has acting credits. He also does stuff abroad for the troops. He does stuff for the kids. But why we're here today is because we're going to talk about feelings. Yes, Straight Day All Day is talking about feelings. Now, if you guys hear the show, you guys know I'm angry and I need advice. And this man right here is incredible in the fact that he's so nice, he's so giving, and I don't know how, you're just awesome.
Bro.
Awesome Steve is your name, is the name of your website, and you really are. So how do you do it? How do you stay so positive in a negative world when passive aggressiveness and snide remarks, everybody's doing it?
Yeah, that's because nobody's happy.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like I had to make a choice. Do I want – because I was negative forever. Like from ages like 12 to about 32.
Okay.
You know?
That's where I'm at right now. So.
Okay, that was the age where enough. I was like, I want to start enjoying this gift of life.
Yeah.
And it really is a gift. And you come down here to Children's Hospital and you realize how blessed you are.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, how am I going to become happier? How am I going to appreciate what I have? And for me, like, dude, I did Tony Robbins. I read books. But, and I don't want to preach, but for me, I wouldn't have been able to find some peace in this world without reconnecting to my faith, without reconnecting to God.
So,
and I'm not telling anybody else what to do, but if you ask me personally, what helped me the most, that was just, reaching out to God. And that was it. And then every day I try to be a little bit better than I was the day before. But it's funny because when I started doing my podcast, everybody says how positive I am.
Yeah. It comes through those episodes. You could really feel the happiness off of it. Yeah.
But it's funny because it's like I'm just a normal dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just trying my best to give back. That's it. And there's something to that, man. Like, how do you feel after giving blood? You're the hero today, not me.
Oh man, I'm ecstatic because you're here doing the show with me. I'm like I said, I'm just a nobody.
Yeah, but coming down here, you see these kids.
No.
Bro, you saved lives today just by giving that blood.
And then I want to come back and donate platelets because their lady was saying that it's so hard to donate platelets because it takes so long. And I was like, that sucks. I mean, I have time. I mean, it doesn't hurt or nothing.
Yeah.
Unless I don't get in another accident.
Knock on wood.
But what I was gonna say is your happiness, when you being so positive and happy, do people kind of blow you off or like disregard you because to me I see happiness as so much excitement, and I think it's fake. It took me a while to realize that you're genuine. The first time I heard you, I thought, oh, here's another happy
bullshit.
guy.
Yeah, can we curse on those?
Yeah, you could for sure. I mean, I don't want to curse because of the kids.
Little kids.
Yeah,
imagine they're just eating. They're like, you said a bad word.
Yeah.
This is what I really think, and the truth is, and it took me a long time to figure all this stuff out. And these are just my opinions. I know that I don't want people to think I have it figured out or I know what I'm doing. But right now in this moment, this is what I personally believe.
Any advice is good advice.
I think people treat each other the way they feel about themselves. And we run these little cycles in our life. I think people that are angry and that are negative aren't happy.
Yeah.
And they take that out on other people. I think people that have found some peace with themselves want to share that with people. Whatever you're feeling, you want to share that. So when I meet somebody that's not happy, that's not in a good mood, that's being negative, that wants to start something, my old inclination would have been to respond to negativity with negativity.
Yeah.
Because that's very easy to do. But when you dig a little deeper, that person doesn't need you to be angry at them. They got that covered. They already hate themselves.
Okay.
They don't need your hate on top of it. What they really need is a hug. They need your understanding.
Yeah.
You know?
But a genuine understanding. You don't want to just give them.
Well, when it's real, I learned that from comedy.
Yeah.
Audiences always know.
Yeah.
They know. And people know when you're being genuine, and they're more receptive to it.
Exactly.
They are. When they know it's coming from a real place.
That's what I mean when I heard your happiness and I hear how you talk and you describe things as like, this guy's for real. This is the real deal. I mean,
yeah, and I do want people to feel what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Like I've even told audiences that. Like I'll look at them and I go, I want to take what's in my heart and put it in yours. So let's stop trying to be cool. You paid for parking. You paid for drinks. You paid to come in here.
Yeah.
Let's make it worth your while.
Yeah.
Help me help you, like Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, it's because in this day and time, people are so self-centered and they don't want to think about the next guy.
Nail right on the head.
Yeah,
they're so self-centered and they wonder why they're so miserable.
Mm-hmm.
So then they're self-centered. They're not thinking about anybody else. That makes them miserable, and they start going, well, what can I do to feel better? And they're like, maybe if I bought a new pair of shoes. Maybe if I had a new car. Maybe if I had a nicer place to stay. Maybe if I had a new shirt. Materialism is not the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Drugs are not the answer. Sleeping around, all these fake solutions.
Yeah.
And the only solution is love. That's it.
But okay, what if somebody's like the love they felt their whole life is not a good love, a healthy love?
Right.
And what do you do in that situation? How do you
break those cycles?
Yeah.
Man. All right, I don't want to get back to the only thing I know.
No, it's okay to preach. The only problem about
it's
preaching is people take religion and they've been lied. They've lied so much, so it's hard to believe anything.
Yeah.
I believe in God, but I don't go to church.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
You know,
Well, you start with that personal relationship, man,
Yeah.
and see where that leads you.
Yeah.
You know, just spend some time listening to God. Meditate. Like, that's what meditation really is, right? It's getting quiet and allowing yourself to listen and see where He leads you. Now, even with all that stuff, me talking about meditating and trying to listen to God and pray and going to church and all that, I still fight my own anger.
Yeah.
You know, that's still there. The negativity's still there, but because that's part of being human. This journey isn't going to be all easy rides.
Yeah.
But at least now I'm able to recognize it. And I'm like, all right, this person, like for me, sometimes I get cranky if I'm not well rested.
What do you do when you have those
Sometimes
cranky thoughts? Let's just call them
Oh,
cranky.
sometimes I vent. Like yesterday, I was stuck in traffic for 3 hours.
Traffic. I hate driving.
Dude, bumper to bumper traffic. And, well, we're talking at Children's Hospital. So the truth was, the night before, I had gotten a phone call from a family that I've gotten close to. They have a little guy
Okay.
that was in here with a rare disease. So they rushed him to the emergency room.
Wow.
So I came down here
Yeah.
to be there. And there's nothing better than making a little kid happy.
And that matters.
Oh, it matters so much
Yeah,
to the
they're gonna
parents.
remember it.
Oh, the little kids and then the aunts and the grandmas. Everybody appreciates it. So that put me in a good mood. So I'm like, all right, that was awesome. Then the next day, I'm trying to do all my work. I'm trying to finish all the stuff I have to do. And then the day's getting by, and I go, oh, I'm going to get stuck in traffic. It's Friday. It's a 3-day weekend. And I was trying to help out another family, and Bank of America was messing up with this lady's money.
Wow.
And it's not my money. I'm just happy to give it to her.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I'm like, she needs it this weekend because she's got kids. So I'm trying to get that resolved. There's my buddy Raul.
Raul here on the Super Audio Bus Party Show. We got the homie Raul.
Just walking up. We're doing a podcast. What's up, dude?
How's it going? How's it going, Raul? Drake Day all day.
Donating blood, brother.
Yeah, no. The pleasure is mine. This is how they say on the TV screen. I have no manners.
Raul's the best.
He's cool. I was hearing him talk. Are you Cuban or Puerto Rican or something? You sound. Are you Cuban, Puerto Rican or something? Mexicano? Okay. If who said he's Mexican?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very fun. Wow, you got in pretty deep there.
But quick, cause I mean it was on a tight schedule, so I was like, all right, I got a set list, but I want to try to take advantage of the time, cause it might be my only time with them.
Sounds like you got a lot covered there. That's pretty cool. I was not expecting that from you to tap into your feelings and ask advice on how to be not so angry. Well, I agree with a lot of what he said.
And it's common sense what he says, but when he says it, it just sounds like it's legit. Like you sound it's coming from someone who's.
Yeah, and like he said, he fights his anger, and I think that's what it takes from all of us to not be angry all the time. Like fight back with kindness, with positivity. It's hard. I'm not, saying everything's roses, but you really gotta fight it, otherwise it's gonna take over you.
Yeah. Yeah, because and the stuff that he said was a lot better than the stuff that I heard in in those classes, because the classes just seemed like so fake. Like
what classes?
When I was going to the anger management.
Yeah, because it's a total different approach. It's a psychological approach, and like he's referring to a spiritual approach.
Yeah.
And some, you don't have to believe in God, I don't think, or go to church to be spiritual. I mean, I feel pretty much the same as he does, but except that I don't use God or I don't, believe in God. But the theory is still the same. He's there with the kids. That makes him feel better, giving back and helping others. I think that's pretty universal. You don't have to belong to a religion.
So it's okay to hold things that, cause like for example, the doing good things for kids. Instead of is that a good enough reason to do good things? Like.
What do you mean?
Like I like the feeling that I get from helping little kids. Is that selfish?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, even if you are doing it for a selfish reason, like it makes me feel good to help others, so what?
Yeah,
you're helping others.
Sometimes I feel like I don't want to do something because it benefits me in no way. Like it doesn't make me feel better, and it doesn't.
Well, I think that's one of the points, too, of helping others. You either help them because it makes you feel good, which is good, fine, plus you're helping others, or you do it just to help them, even though you get nothing from it.
Yeah, and I do that often. I do that a lot, but not as much You know what I mean? Because of that reason. Like I don't.
Well, that's a bit selfish.
It is selfish. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I am
That
selfish.
part is selfish.
I am being selfish, and that's what I'm saying. Because any other time when like I feel good about it, I'm gonna help. But there's been times where I'll do things just because they need help. But I would say there's only the 75% time where I help. There's like probably a quarter of the time where I'm like, I don't even want to bother, and I just ignore the call or forget the.
Well, don't you also think that, I don't know, does that make you feel kind of bad about
Yeah.
yourself?
Oh, yeah.
See, so what's, you double lose.
Yeah, but it's just
You miss
like,
out.
most of the time it's because I'm lazy.
Well, lazy is kind of a downer.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah,
All right.
that'll set you back. That's something else to fight against.
Yeah, it's just mostly because I'm lazy. I'm being honest. That's basically what it is. I'm being lazy.
Okay.
All right, let's get back into it. Steve Simone, Dre Day All Day with their feelings. Oh, okay. This sounds like I said it.
That's awesome that you guys are doing this. Awesome.
It's the best, right?
Yeah.
Just generate some more awareness.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
Mr. Tech right here.
yeah. This is right here. Just I threw it together, but you should check out the studio. You'll be impressed with all the lights and the video games.
I'm impressed with you. You donated blood. Anybody donated
Hero.
Yeah.
Superhero, right?
Oh, we should.
Amen to that.
All right.
We'll talk later.
Cool.
All right.
So long story short, I was just frustrated, just trying to do the right thing. And then I was in my car, nobody else could hear me, and I was just venting, and I got it out. And I'm like, that makes me feel good, you know? And what I try to do to stay positive, to stay happy.
Yeah, I gotta know this. What's the secret,
okay.
man?
Go to the gym.
Gym.
That helps.
Let off that energy.
Yeah, go to the gym.
Okay.
I pray. That helps. I get quiet. I call it meditating, which is different from praying. They all work together, but it's like, get quiet. And then when I feel like I'm getting stressed or whatever, I try to unplug and I try to I try to be so productive, you know, that
Well, you're super busy.
Yeah, and sometimes I get so busy where I'm like, oh, I got to start taking care of myself a little bit better.
And does that
And that-
busyness add to the frustration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know what it is? It's kind of like it's like, I use the cell phone analogy. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm down to 17% right now.
Yeah.
If I don't plug this in, it's not going to be any good.
Okay.
So sometimes when I start doing a little bit too much, I realize that I have to say no and just turn off my phone and just recharge, you know? Diet, rest, exercise, all that stuff.
No, you have a healthy diet then.
I'm trying to.
Was it
Yeah, trying to eat. Like, I remember years ago when I bought one of those Jack LaLanne juicers.
Yeah.
Dude, and it helped.
How much did that cost you?
It was like $100.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
it was
a good price.
Yeah, and it was worth it. And then I started to, think about that stuff and different supplements, and I'm just imagining like the 20-year-old version of myself. If you heard me talking now,
There you go. Plug that in.
what is that?
It's this side right here, I think. You have an iPhone, what? The old one, the new one, right?
Yeah,
Okay. You can charge your phone
Get
while we do the
outta here.
podcast. Come on, the tech guy.
you
I
are
got-
amazing.
I got
James-
the-
You're James Bond.
I got, dude. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Is it,
That's
Is
incredible.
it on? Is it charging?
I think so. Yep, it's charging. I see
Alright.
the little bolt.
As long as we could get you going, as long
You're
as
the
it
best,
shows.
dude.
Yeah. Because I saw your power going down. I'm a freak. If I have low power,
You start freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to be connected. Hey, did you get your parking validated?
Yeah,
They
I
give you-
did. I
okay.
did. Thanks. So the religion part, you saying God? You're not advocating. Is it a particular? Have you gone through several religions, or have you
No,
stuck in one?
Catholic, bro.
Catholic. Okay.
You know what it was? I was raised Catholic. I never lost my faith, but for a while I stayed away from church. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
'Cause-
It does, especially with Catholicism, because of the strict guidelines, everything.
Yeah, all
And-
that stuff. And I was just like, I could love God without it. But I got to a point, and it's just me. I was like, it's important. I don't know. Like, I had to go back, and they have sacraments there, and there's that sense of community too. And like today, the only reason I can't spend hours here is because I have to get to church.
Yeah.
And there's people there I'm looking forward to seeing. You know.
Okay. There's community there.
Yeah, exactly.
Then that makes church a lot more funner and better.
Absolutely, because that's really what it should be. Like, one of the best things I ever read was, I forget which saint said it, but they said, next to the Blessed Sacrament, the most holy thing on earth is the person next to you. So when you can see the person next to you as a reflection of the divine, as a reflection of God, you're going to be much more willing to
Yeah,
be loving towards them.
That's a good point. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way either. Because I used to be very angry. I used to think like I was the only one trying.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
No,
I'd be
it
like,
does.
how come I'm the only person trying to be good? And then it was like I was just walking around judging everybody. And I was judging their intentions without... And that's the one thing you're forbidden to do. You're forbidden to judge. Because you don't know what anybody's going through. And the crazy thing is, once I stopped being so angry towards other people, like... I got to know more people, and as soon as you get to know somebody, it's just easier to love them.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Well, when I meet somebody, I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I treat them at 100%. And it's usually the person that breaks down my trust towards them, and I end up just like angry at that person in one way or another.
Yeah, but then who's that hurt, them or you?
Well, me, because I mean, I hold it. I'm not the type of person to be angry at somebody and just blow it off. I hold it in.
I think it was like a Buddhist saying or something. They said anger is like holding a coal in your hand, a hot coal.
Yeah.
That the only person it really hurts is you.
That's Buddha's a smart man.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, because ultimately it's like you could just, that doesn't mean, if you let go, when you forgive them, you're actually giving yourself that gift.
Yeah.
And then they have to live with whoever they are.
Yeah.
And if they had messed up to the point where you're angry with them, come on, bro. It's like, that's their punishment. That's the way I look at it. Their punishment is they have to go through life as them.
Yeah.
Until they make some changes.
And that's
until
what
they
I
make
s-
some.
that's what
and
I
then that's
say.
it. So it's you love them, you forgive them. You're there waiting for them when they, because people that I've had problems with, they're not happy people. They're not moving in the right direction. They don't need me to be angry at them. What they need me to do is actually be that person, that source of love that they need to connect to. And if you can do that, you're the one that benefits.
And you feel it different because you're a successful person, and you have people that are less successful looking at you towards you with animosity. Like, why isn't it me? Have you ever had that feeling from other people? Like people.
If so, I'm not even aware of it because
you're so positive.
Yeah,
You don't
it's not
see
even.
it.
Nah,
that's
it's not,
the trick that you mentioned.
Yeah, and I can't even think of something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I never even viewed comedy as competitive ever until a couple of years ago. Somebody was like, and I went, "Oh, I never thought of it that way." But it's like, I believe that we're all so connected that your success is my success and my success is yours. That's how connected we are. And the same thing with pain. It's like the reason why I come here, it's like you see these parents, and it's like I want to help the parents. You know, I want to take that burden from them because that makes me feel good.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
You know,
I would never knock a man while he's down. The opposite. When I see a man who I am angry with down and out, I'll go and help him in that instance because I would want the same for me.
Yeah, and you know what? But in a way, we're all kind of there. You know what I'm saying? All the time. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. But it's like once you tap into it, the only thing you want to do is love.
No, I understand because when I have happy moments and good times and I feel that positive vibe.
Yeah, it's great,
then
right?
It's great, yeah. But then I always revert to my ways.
How so? What happens?
What happens is for example, somebody would do something self-centered or
selfishness drives me crazy. Yeah,
it drives me absolutely crazy. I have problems at work where I feel like I'm an inventory clerk, and they make my job harder by not cleaning up after themselves, even after I explain it to them. And it's like, why are you gonna be like that with me? Anytime you need help, I'll help you.
Right.
So that's kind of selfishness I have when driving. Like I just have this anger, and I hate dishonesty. Like if I ever catch you in a lie, I just recently had an argument with my brother because he lied to me. Have you ever had problems with your family? Like,
always, yeah. But you got to forgive them.
But why? Because
it makes your life better.
How? If your whole life you've been beat up by this guy, you've been abused by this guy one way or another, what good is, I mean...
that doesn't mean you allow that to continue.
Yeah.
But you forgive them. Does that make sense? You go, you obviously... Like, if somebody's going to be terrible to you, they feel terrible. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah.
You don't have to play detective with their life. But you're going... if it's like this. It's like, you know when somebody's really tough, they don't start any problems. They don't walk into a bar looking for a problem.
That's true.
They know. Dude, I heard this guy, this Navy SEAL talking, this guy, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. And Tim Ferriss's podcast. He got his own podcast.
Okay.
Wilnick or something? Dude's awesome. And he was like, He goes, the only time people get into fights is when they're afraid they can't win.
Yeah.
He goes, when you know you can win, he goes, what do you have to prove? Let them say whatever they want to say. And I feel that same way about angry people. It's like if they're being mean, if they're being selfish, there's a problem going on in there. But that doesn't mean you have to solve it. You just have to be like, all right, man. Like Freddie Lockhart's a comedian, one of my buddies from the Comedy Store. And I remember years ago, we were having one of these talks. And he goes, I don't have any enemies, but there's some people in my life that I think should just be strangers until they figure it out. Whereas, like, I'm not going to let myself keep on getting abused or pooped on or not appreciated. But he's like, you just let them go on their way and they'll find somebody else to be miserable towards. And you just do your thing. And I have noticed this. The more positive you become, negative people will eliminate themselves from your life because they don't want to be around it.
Okay.
They'll if you viewed your life as a bar, they'll bounce themselves out of the bar because they don't want to be around that love. They don't want to be around that positivity.
because they're feeding off that negativity. Yeah, it makes sense now. So how about karma and stuff like that? Do you believe in karma?
No.
And good vibes and all that stuff?
I do believe in good vibes. I believe everything's energy, but I don't believe. Well, I guess this is how my interpretation. Like, you ever hear people say doing the right thing is when you do the right thing, it's its own reward.
Yeah.
I do believe that.
Yeah, it is a good reward.
Yeah, that immediately you're given that gift.
Yeah.
And if that's how you want to view karma, then cool. But I don't think that like, oh, if you donate your time and you take care of people that you're going to win the lottery or something like that. Some people think it's like an equation.
Oh, okay.
Like,
no,
like,
it's a different type of happiness. Yeah.
And then I'll get this on the way out. It's like, I think my happiness has come from the fact where I don't chase all the things the world says I should.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about fame. I don't care about money. I don't care about possessions. I care about making people happy or feeling loved or appreciated or to feel like they belong. You know, I want people to know that we're connected, that we all belong to each other. And you can just do that with a smile. You don't have to, pay somebody's bills or invite them up. You just be cool to people. And if they don't want it, cool. They don't have to hug me back, man. And they'll be on their way.
Do you smile when you don't mean it?
I don't think you can. Oh, wait, take that out. I live in LA. You can see it, but your eyes always give it away.
Yeah,
like when
it's
it's a real
true.
smile.
It's true.
Because you'll see some of these like model type girls.
Yeah.
And they smile, but their eyes don't smile.
Yeah.
It's really sad and creepy. But
yeah, that's what people tell me. You need to smile more. It's like I wear my heart on my sleeve. If I'm not happy, I'm not gonna seem like it.
Yeah.
It's just the
but
way
you
it
know
is.
what? I think you can make yourself happy.
Yeah.
I think if you put together the right mix of songs, put yourself around the right people.
So you're in a relationship yourself, right? I start talking to him about his girl, and she gets mad at me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
What did you say?
Nah. So what'd you think of that part right there?
No, cool. Like I said, he sounds like a really level-headed person. It's cool that he's not out there just to be famous, which I think it's the goal for a lot of people these days. Like they're not doing anything with substance or that matters or helps others. At least this guy here, I mean, he's obviously someone recognizable. He's famous. He does his comedy, but he's not out there just to get his name known. He's out there to do something he loves and to
And
just...
the opposite, I think he's using his name and his celebrityism to do good things, like to get stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's always good to hear that because you don't see it. That's why we're so fed up with so many people. Out there. That's why we can't find something to watch because nothing really has substance. It's all just like hollow entertainment.
And then it's even like the good stuff that you like, they want to ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
But with the part he was talking about vibes and karma and all that stuff, I wanted to ask you because you mentioned to me that my anger and everything brings bad negativity and bad juju.
Why is it bad juju? Because it brings you, for me.
Yeah. No, I want
down.
you to tell me. No, I want you to tell me.
It brings me down. It brings my state of mind down.
Yeah.
So it makes it harder to fight the negativity because it's right in my face in the form of you.
Yeah.
It's like
So
I
you
already
think,
know.
You think if I was like a little bit more upbeat and like,
I'm not saying I'm saying things would change or things would go
Yeah.
better or what happened wouldn't have happened, but at least my reaction to it or my way of dealing with it would be a lot easier to bounce back from. I'd be able to look at it as a well, shit happens, nothing's gonna be easy, like he says.
And here's Steve Simone. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. No, go ahead.
I forgot what to say.
No, but you're right. No, I wanted to know. I was gonna ask you about it. Like, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like for me, it's always about like being real, about being like, okay, this is what's but yeah, it might be things might be bad, but they don't always have to be said, right?
And no, and you can. I don't know. I guess it's just how your attitude towards it. Like you can say this sucks. Obviously, it does.
Yeah.
But
my thing is about pointing out why it sucks and all that stuff, and it doesn't have to be said. It
no, I think your problem stems even earlier than that. Like just your whole approach to it from the beginning, before you know if it's gonna turn out good or bad. You already have something constructed in your mind that it's gonna go bad or this.
But
will
isn't
go
it true?
bad. It's not always true.
Most of the time it is.
I'd rather be indifferent even. Like, I don't even have to be positive. Like, with this house thing, it's just like, if it happens, great. If not, I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
I'm not hopeful for it, or I'm not like, oh, I bet this isn't going to go well. Or, I'm just trying to be indifferent to it so that I can think clearly in every step I'm taking. I'm not thinking my next step, I'm going to take it because I know it's going to go wrong and this is what I got to do. Or I'm not like, I'm going to get it, so I'm just going to relax in this next step or whatever. Everything is like, it could either go bad or it could go wrong. I mean, it could go bad or it could go good. But I'm gonna do my best to make it good. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. We know life sucks. It fucking.
And my point of view is to look at it and be like, if it's bad, call it out for what it is. Because what happens is a lot of people get into a bad. But what happens is a lot of people get into a bad situation and they don't want to say nothing because for whatever reason, I've seen that happen too. Where things break down, like wherever, like you're in a bad situation or a bad like anything, like you're getting bad advice or you're in a bad relationship or whatever, and people want to say anything about it. They don't want to say what's going on, and I'm the type of person I'm gonna tell you what's going on.
I don't understand that because
it's I guess in the end it's it's being a confrontational person. And that's you're saying that's.
It sounds like finding problems where there is none yet, or where they might or might not be. That's the thing, is like you don't know if it's gonna turn out good or bad. If you know you're going the wrong way, then turn around. Nobody's saying, but you don't have to be like, oh fuck that, I knew this is how it was gonna turn out. Like, if you know you're going that way, there's no looking back and saying, oh, I knew it was gonna end this way. Then why did you continue in the path you were? Like, there's no looking back and saying, I knew it was going to be like this. I knew it was going to go to shit. Well, if you knew it was going to go to shit, why don't you turn around back over there and do something different?
But that's what's trying going on. You're trying to call out what's going on bad so you have a chance to change it. But some people don't even change it. Some people go down that path without even saying anything, knowing that they're going down a bad path.
I don't understand it. I wouldn't keep going on a bad path if it was if I thought
exactly.
it was.
But some people are not like me and you. Like they're gonna keep going down the bad path because they're afraid to say something.
And where do you come in? What's your job to come in and tell them?
No, it's not my job to do anything. I'm telling you what it is. What do you mean? All right, we're gonna go back into the thing. All right, play.
Yeah, this is Karin.
Hi, Karin. Hi. Super All Your Best Super All Your Show. Karin on the show with us. So.
Thanks for the coffee. She came by, dropped off coffee.
Does your relationship make you happier, or does it add to your frustrations at times?
Both. This one, the old ball and chain.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I think she didn't even hear anything we said. I'm just being silly.
Yeah.
Just being silly. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think all relationships. Okay, here's the thing. Whenever you get close to anybody, whether it's a brother, a sister, a girlfriend, the neighbor, whoever it is, you start to make yourself a little vulnerable, right? And that's the risk you have to take, to give and receive love. You have to you make yourself a little vulnerable.
And I think that's why a lot of relationships in our time are failing, is because the people are not making themselves vulnerable enough.
They're afraid of it.
Exactly.
For sure.
I mean, my wife is my best friend, and our story is we were together in high school, broke up, and then met up again afterwards and got back together.
That's
and married.
awesome.
Yeah, so I love
those stories, dude.
Yeah, but it's been at times uphill the battle, but we're at a good plateau where we've been maintaining our happiness, and it's a good thing. I mean, this is the best relationship I've been in but the past relationship has only made me more and more negative. And that's why I
Yeah.
asked that.
Yeah, well, that's how you know. Like they say, it's the fruits of the tree. You start going,
Yeah.
how am I feeling? Yeah, for sure.
So I'm trying to remember everything.
Whatever
Yeah.
questions you have, because it seems like we're getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you deal with this? How do you, whatever.
Well-
I'm just going to talk honest from my heart. Some people might be like, this dude's an idiot. Whatever.
No.
Just know.
You're absolutely not an idiot. But I don't want to seem like a creep. Y'all know Dre Day's not a creep, but I listen to the podcast a lot, so I know a lot about you. So it's kind of weird. But I wanted to know because right now I'm in a situation of I'm buying a house right now and stuff. So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
High five to that. That's amazing.
But it's a lot of work, and that's why I asked you about the karma thing, because I feel like my actions or my negativity, because lately I've been super negative. I mean, like I said, I got in a fight with my brother, and
Yeah.
I got in an accident. I feel like all that's, and this problems with the house I'm having is negativity and karma, and I'm wondering if you believe in all that.
Ooh.
Like I snowball
I do,
everything.
Yeah,
and
I
it
do
adds to my
believe this.
anger.
Okay. And I'm going to run everything through my prism of faith.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to throw that out there, like, because at the top of the podcast, we addressed that.
Yeah.
Okay. But,
No, you can talk about faith as much as you want. I don't mind.
well, there was this dude, Fulton J. Sheen.
Okay.
Actually, Martin Sheen took that name. He was a fan of, he was a Catholic bishop, I believe.
Fulton J.
Sheen.
Okay.
Like Martin J. Like Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen.
I'm gonna check him out.
He had the #1 TV show in America at one point. A priest had the
Okay.
#1 show in America, and it was called Life is Worth Living. Guy was amazing. He's actually from the same hometown as Richard Pryor and Sam Kinison. So
Wow.
there must be something about the water in that town that makes people funny
Religious.
and great communicators.
Okay.
Because he was a great communicator. And I read one of his books, and he talked about the decisions that you make. And I do want to say this, life comes down to decisions. No matter where you are right now, you can change it by making better decisions. I didn't want to believe that for a long time. I wanted to just be like, this all sucks. But it's like, what did I do? What can I control? Because sometimes in life, so much is out of our control
Yeah.
that you have to focus, well, what is my part here? Like, I'm reading this book called Extreme Ownership.
Okay.
And it is by these Navy SEAL dudes. And they were like, where did I go wrong? What was my role in this? And that comes down to the life that you create is a result of the decisions that you make. And this guy, Fulton J. Sheen, had said that he believes that both heaven and hell start here on earth. And if you're angry, if you're miserable, you put yourself in hell. If you're happy, if you're loving, if you're forgiving, you're putting yourself in heaven. And I do know this just from my own life. There was a point where I had no car.
Okay.
I was sharing a Section 8 apartment with a dude, angry every day. I was working 7 days a week, never had any money, even though I was always working, not doing what I wanted to do. And people would tell me, you know, if you change the way you think, you're going to change your life. And I was like, how about if I punch you in the face?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what's going to change my life, how I think.
It worked.
It works,
What?
man. I remember I was working at a
All right,
pizza
man, I
shop.
gotta start believing somebody.
Dude, okay, this is one of the things I saw with my own eyes.
Okay.
One of the jobs I had was working in a pizza place. I'd work at the comedy. I think at the time my jobs were a comedy store. I'd work the door, every job there. I was working at the comedy store, I was working at a pizza place, and I was telemarketing.
Okay.
And I didn't have a car, okay? I was angry. And I remember this lady that owned the pizza shop.
Okay.
She was always positive. She always had something great to say. And she was like, I mean, she had like super. The pizza shop didn't need to make a dime.
Okay.
I think when they went out of business, they didn't even sell it. Does that make sense? Like they didn't need. It was just.
They just left. They just kept the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay. I remember she told me she's always super positive, and she was like, "Yeah, I was in bumper to bumper traffic. So instead of getting in a bad mood, I just decided to pull over and I started to drive and I saw a casino and I went in and I put a quarter in the machine and I hit for $25,000.
Wow.
I was like, wait a second, there's something to this. And I don't know. Like I did Tony Robbins. I started.
Yeah, I heard that.
books. Yeah, my brother made me do it, and then things didn't really change for me personally. And bro, I prayed every day.
Okay.
Even during the negative years. And you know what's really funny? Even during the negative years, people would always say, you're such a good dude. You're a good guy. You care about
They could see
people."
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I I had a little more of an edge.
Yeah, you have a hard shell but a sweet interior.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
And then when I remember going back to church, and I had gone through some stuff where I was like, if you get me through this. I remember when I got my car, I said, God, if you can help me afford this car, I'm going to drive it to church every week.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've missed a Sunday since.
Wow. Yeah, there's 3 things that I've asked God for since I was a kid, because my parents got divorced when I was young. So number 1 was I wanted a wife and I wanted to be happily married. Number 2 was a house, because I was tired of moving around so damn much. So I want my own house, my own home. And 3 is a great job where I could work at, where I could just be happy, not make a lot of money, but just be happy doing something.
Not hate going there.
Exactly. And I'm getting 2 out of 3, and I think that's why I wanted to have this podcast with you, because I want to change my attitude now. I want, you know what, God blessed me with 2 out of 3 things, and
He's going to give it to you.
I got to change my attitude. And
you know what sort of helps?
What's that?
And
I tried going to classes, and people in there are beating people and drugs and all that.
Get yourself out of the way. Like, I think a lot of my anger was this. Even when I wasn't going to church, I still believed, you know? And I was still trying to help people. But it was me helping them.
Yeah.
And it wasn't God.
Okay.
And I'm a very flawed human being. I don't want anybody listening to this to think I'm trying to believe something I'm not. Dude,
No.
I'm susceptible. Like yesterday, I'm in bumper-to-bumper traffic. I was so mad that if somebody would have looked at me the wrong way.
What does Steve sound like when he's mad?
Oh, it's ugly. Yeah, like the Hulk. Yeah. But if you can sort of get yourself out of the way and just be that window
Yeah, I am in the way. You're
let
right.
God's light shine through you.
Yeah.
So they see God and not you, and then that's when it's easy. That's when you know you're on the right path, where it just it's reinforcing your happiness gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And then it's like when you start making these good decisions, these positive, loving decisions. Mick Betancourt's got a great podcast. He's one of my heroes.
What's the name of that podcast?
The Mick Betancourt Show.
Okay. Thank you.
He talks about making decisions out of love and kindness.
Okay.
And if you're making a loving, kind decision, that's it. And your options keep on getting better. They keep on getting better. Like even the simple fact you came down here, right? Think of all the people that you're meeting in an environment like this. They're good people.
They really are.
A guy said that to me when I was down here on a Saturday trying to donate blood. And I'm like, everybody here is so nice.
Yeah.
And he goes, you're at Children's Hospital on a Saturday. You're not going to meet a lot of dicks. And I went, yeah, you're right.
That's a good point. Oh, man. Well, I think our 30 minutes is up. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I want to be able to do this again.
I got a little time to get. Yeah, we could do that. If you want to do part 2 at the comedy store.
No, for sure. I would love to, because I want to know your podcast advice. I want to know you're a great comedian. I want to know comedy advice. I mean, we could talk about millions of things.
And everything's just from your heart.
And
does that make sense?
No, yeah.
Whenever you deal with people, I believe this. Whether you're on stage, behind a microphone, meeting somebody in a business environment, if you come from your heart, people feel it.
Yeah.
And you're going to have success. And the people that don't appreciate it, you don't want them in your life anyway.
No, yeah.
Like, there are certain comedians that I want to help, but they're just
Name
so
some
negative.
Names? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
And it's really interesting how, like, I'm a pretty busy dude, right?
Yeah, you are.
So I might say something like, yeah, I'll meet you, we'll do a podcast. Then I'll call somebody and be like, hey, man, I couldn't do that because this, and this happened. I'm going to have to reschedule for tonight. People that are cool are like, hey, man, like even you today, you were like, hey, I understand you're busy because you're coming from a good place. Sometimes people are like, oh, you're too big time. You don't want me on your podcast. You're not going to release it. I'm like, whoa, dude. I'm dealing with a million other things. When you're positive and loving, the right people respond to it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like just by living that way, so much negativity is going to get out of your way because it can't be around it.
Yeah.
They'll bounce themselves from your life.
I mean, I hope so. I mean, I'm going to take your advice to heart, and I'm going to listen to this episode over again and really pay attention. But, yeah, I would love to have you on. What I like to do with all my guests is I call them radio drops. It's like I don't have an example to give you, but it's usually something like whenever I'm doing comedy, and whenever I'm not doing comedy, I listen to Super Audio Brothers Super Audio Show. The name of the show is Super Audio Brothers Super Audio Show. Just give us a shout out.
Okay, I've got to give this always makes me nervous. Hey, this is Steve Simone. Whenever I'm not do in college. I was trying to figure out what I do.
Just say whatever you want, though. That's just an example. Just be natural.
Okay.
Say whatever you want. This is my favorite part, though. I love the mess ups.
This is Steve Simone. You're listening to Super Audio Brothers Super Audio Show.
Oh, you got it. Sweet. And I usually end the show with a sample. It's a negative sample, but today I'm going to end it different.
Oh, that's great.
You like to end your shows saying what
With
you're
some
grateful
gratitude,
Yeah,
yeah.
grateful for. So you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'm grateful for the time you shared with me today. The blood you donated, the gifts you brought, the gift of your spirit. Because I feel dude, we're going to be really good friends. I'm giving you my number, and we're going to hang, and I'm going to be at the Comedy Store with you when you had mentioned a comedian that you're a fan of, and I want to make sure I get to introduce you to him.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm grateful for you spending your time to do this podcast with me and to have these opportunities that you're offering to me. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you're busy and I'm not going to be bugging you, but I appreciate you offering those things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm grateful for the story you shared about, what is it, Educate to Skate
Yes.
in East Los Angeles?
The Garage Board Shop.
Garage Board Shop. I want to go down there and because my first skateboard ever was a Pal Peralta Tony Hawk. I
got one of those.
Do you really?
What was it? No, I have the double fin. You have the original, huh?
Oh, the OG 10 by 30.
Yeah, I don't have that one. That one's way too expensive.
How much of those things sell
Those
for
one,
now?
the original PAL is probably like $150
Oh
for the
my
single fin.
God.
We're talking about the fatback, right?
Yeah, the fatback
yeah,
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that story you shared because it brought back instant memories, and I love the fact that you're helping kids.
Yeah, let me take this time right now to say, by the way, the Garage Board Shop is having an event tomorrow, an art show for the kids. It's going to shut down I forgot what street it is, in Boyle Heights near Marachi Plaza. Please come check us out. Check out the Garage Board Shop Skate to Educate program. They're where your kids could come in and they could tutor for free as long as they show us good grades or they get tutored there. They can have access to all our amenities. I'm grateful I have the opportunity to help out the shop, and we'll do one more round.
I am grateful for this beautiful weather. That we're hanging out here in this cafeteria, and I can see the beautiful sunshine right there. It's amazing.
And I'm grateful for the new friends that I've created today with
amen to
Steve
that.
Simone and his wonderful girlfriend, Karin. So I'm going to go ahead and end the podcast. This is Dre Day All Day with Steve Simone, and thank you for joining us. Peace.
Dude, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
I like
Was it
that.
wonderful?
Yeah, I like that at the end of that. It was wonderful.
Yeah, he likes to end it positive all the time, so he likes to say what he's grateful for him and Lee Sayet. If you have a chance, check out his podcast, Good Times with Steve Simone. Check out his website, amazingsteve.com. Check out his comedy. I'm telling you, it's nothing you've heard before. It's great.
Cool. So that was your first big time podcast. How do you feel about it?
It was so fast and quick, and I felt, I don't know. Now listening to it back, I think like you said, we got to talk about a lot, so I feel good about it. But of course, I wish everything would have went by perfect as far as audio and video and everything went.
Yeah, the audio was a bit of a challenge, but I think it was a really good podcast.
Yeah.
It flowed very well. The audio, I mean, you fixed it the best you could. It wasn't too big of a deal.
I got a video of me and him talking with one another, like I was going back and forth. But when I looked back at it, and then the audio was so bad that I had to edit it. So I'll just scrap the video and just use the audio.
You can use screenshots.
Yeah. I wanted to show him, so I'd be like, for real, it's really Steve Simone. It was like I legitimately talked to him.
It's just some random guy introducing us.
Yeah, it's just like, Dre, you didn't talk to nobody. That was nobody. No, but I felt real good talking to him, and he made a lot of good points and stuff. And hopefully I get to talk to him again.
Yeah, that was cool. I'd listen again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want you to be there next time we go. He offered to have it at the Comedy Store. I always want to say Comedy Central. At the Comedy Store. He offered. I mean, I'm down to do it.
Yeah,
Shit.
for sure.
But that's it. You have anything else to bring up?
Can we take a nap now?
Do we talk about feelings? You want to talk about your feelings?
No. Well, I do feel like taking a nap right now.
And I feel like smoking some herb and going for a bike ride.
Taking a nap.
So the same way you like to end every show is...
Still waiting on that heifer, Julio. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.